How to implement function calling or tool calling with AI, and in this case I'm going to show you an example with OpenAI's API. What this example is, it's an implementation of this notebook from their cookbook over here. So this is the example with like a fictitious weather service, and I've implemented actually with with real data and real numbers. So let me just show you exactly what this is going to be like. This is our application built with Chatnificent. It looks something like this. What's the weather like in Paris? It goes and queries the API. As you can see, it's 23.6 with overcast and so on. What's the forecast for the coming 7 days? And we get the forecast for 7 days. We ask it a different question. Tokyo, it requires a clarification, yes. And here's the weather forecast for 10 days and in the location that we requested. We can ask more advanced questions. For example, is it warmer in Lisbon or Madrid today? And it goes and checks the data and tells us, look, it's more warm in Lisbon today, 23.3 versus 22.4. We can also ask, in which of the following cities is it raining today? Stockholm, Cairo, Kinshasa, Toronto. And apparently it is only raining in these two cities. Okay, so this is an actual working example. What's the weather like in New York today? As you can see, it gets the tool and it shows us the actual weather in the city that we required. And we have a new conversation here. You can add new ones and you can do dark mode and light mode if you want. So let me show you the code that we used and how this app is built. So essentially, we have an object, Chatnificent, which is the main chat object, and we just give it two parameters over here, LLM and tools. So let me show you what these are. Let's look at the tools first. So tools is instantiated as chat.tools.python tool, and then we simply add any functions we have. So register function, this register function, this one. So get current weather is, as you can see here, is an actual function that actually queries an actual API. Thank you, OpenAI, by the way, and gets you an actual result. I'm not going to go through this code over here. Use a helper function called geocode, where you give it a location and it gets you the latitude and longitude. Same thing with the other function, get end-day weather forecast. Okay, and so we just register these functions, and so what registering means is that this is the format you have to supply the tools to the OpenAI API. Okay, and registering does this for you. So it just takes the name of the function, the parameters, and all these things, and the doc string, and converts it into something like this for you automatically. Okay. The only thing left that we need to do is add a system prompt. Oh, and there's these descriptions. So we just converted the codes that we get from OpenMateo to the actual description, and we added an emoji just to make it look more visually clear and hopefully appealing. We just added a system prompt just to clarify what kind of behavior we want and how to respond in certain cases. And in order to do that, all we have to do is override the generate response of the LLM.OpenAI object. And what it does here is takes the conversation and inserts a system prompt to the first message if we don't have a system message, and just puts this there, and then just runs super generate response. Okay, and effectively the app is, just to summarize, is this app with these two parameters. Weather AI is this one, which we overwrite this method, and we register as many tools as we want, and everything else is handled for us by default. So this is how you can build it with Chatnificent. I hope you like it, and I'd love to know what you think. Thank you.